Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you enjoyed the racing out at Kenilworth and you had lots of fun. The value bet arrived today at 5-1, so well done to Delboy, Royal Aussie, 5-1. And also Delboy tipped the first jackpot for a perm of about 200 Rand, returned over 2,000 Rand. So well done to the punters that got on, and I hope you enjoyed your day. We're going to have the postman tipping out at Turffontein, so I'm going to hand you over to the postman for his analysis.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where in the world you guys are. And again, a big warm welcome to the Top Tipper family. Racing comes to us on Sunday, the 29th of January. We're running at the Turffontein and we're on the Standside track. Guys, there are 8 races carded, and the first event is due off at 12:20. As I always say after a feature race, and congrats to all those involved with Jet Dark. Great result. Just check for jockey changes, guys, in the morning. Race 1, the first leg of the bipart, and this is a maiden plate to be run over 1,600 meters. And my first selection here will be horse number 7. This is American Biscuit. Dennis Suarez gets the ride here for Tyrone Zaki. Has had one run, was a decent effort, finishing 4 lengths behind the winner. Was wide on that occasion, was running on, and I certainly think that this one will reverse the form with the current favourite. For second, I have gone for horse number 10. This is Miss Christmas, Marco van Rensburg for Lucky Hoodalakis. Again, this was 6 lengths behind the winner last time out. Did lose a length at the start, and again, I think that this one will be there and thereabouts. For third, I have gone for the 2. This is Stepping Out. Ryan Munger retains the ride here for the Niverhazen Yard. This is the current favourite at 15-10, but I do think that the other 2 will reverse the form with this. For fourth, I've gone for the 4, and this is Ngo Koshisha. This is Jared Penny for the Fortune Yard. Was a decent or fair effort last night, finishing second, 5 lengths behind Midnight Crystal. I think that was a little weaker than he meets today, but again, good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So in the first event, we've gone 7, 10, 2, and 4. We move on to the second race in the card. This is due off at 12:55, a classified stakes over 1,600 meters. First leg of our place accumulator. And here, the first selection, a narrow first selection, is number 1, Destiny of Souls. Calvin Abib gets a ride here for the De Kock Yard. Last time out, finished third behind Trident King. Was staying on, and again, good enough to fill in one of these spots here. Negative, drawn 8 out of 9. For second, I've gone for horse number 9. This is Time for That. Phyllis Toli gets a ride here for the Lachelle Kruger Yard. This did win the other day, the 24th of Jan. Is coming back. Please take note, has been pumped up 2 kilos for that effort or for that win. But I certainly think, again, good enough to be there and thereabouts. For third, I've gone for the 2. This is Prairie Falcon. Randall Simons for the Pedigree Yard. Has placed in both attempts over this distance. The filly is taking on the boys, but again, can certainly fill in one of the minor spots. For fourth, we've gone for the 5. This is Lady Calavera. Dennis Suarez for Philip Labuschagne. Dennis rode this one last time out and won at a big price, but again, good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. So our selections here, 1, 9, 2, and 5. Third race in the card, due off at 13:35, a middle stakes over 2,000 meters, and this is the first leg of the pick 6. Guys, I think it's a match race, and my narrow first selection here is horse number 1, Supreme Dance. Gavin Arena for Brett Warren. Last time out was drawn very wide. I certainly think with a better draw, smaller field, I think that this one will certainly be there and thereabouts. For second, I have gone for the Obvious Danger. This is 4, Tababua. Calvin Habib for the Van Zyl Yard. Third behind Billy Bowlegs. That was a very, very decent effort. And as I said, I think this is a match race between the 1 and the 4. For third, I've thrown in horse number 2, Imperial Master. This one finished just over 3 lengths behind Platinum Sky last time. Did lack extra at the death, but in a small field, good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, we've gone for the 5, The Brief. This is a third run after layoff. Ryan Munger gets it right for St. John Grey, and again in a small field, good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 3, we think 1, 4, 2 and 5, and we think 1 and 4 should be suffice for our pick sixes. Fourth race in the card, Joff at 14.10, made rated 89 handicap for the girls, over 1800 meters. Please take note, guys, that horse number 1, Clafutis, is out, leaves us with a field of 6. And in the fourth race, we found my best bet on the card. This is horse number 5, Silver Hills. Calvin Habib gets a ride for the Terry Yard. Won first time out, last time out was a decent effort, I think against quite a decent sort. Finished 3 lengths behind Terra Time, and I do think that this one with a nice handy galloping mass of 53 will take a power of beating. For second, I've gone for horse number 6, Lady Regent. Muzieni gets the mount here for the Dawson Yard. Is unbeaten over this distance. And again, I certainly think that this one can be there and thereabouts. For third, we've gone for horse 7, Quiet Rebellion. Cabela Mazziani for Stewie Pettigrew. Cabela has ridden this one before. Last run wasn't a bad effort in a grade 3. And again, certainly can be there and thereabouts. For fourth, we've gone for the 4, Little Mary Sunshine. Randall Simons for the De Kock Yard. A decent effort last time behind Lady Regent, is better off at the weights. I think this will jump and be handy. And again, back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 4, we've gone 5, 6, 7 and 4. And I do think 5 is a decent bet. The fifth race on the card, Joff at 14.45, merit rated 72 handicap for the girls, over 1800 meters. And in this event, guys, we find my value bet. This is horse number 7, Apache Fighter. Muzieni gets a ride here for the Magna Yard. Last time out, put a line through that. Did set the pace, a saddle slipped, and finished 7 lengths behind Rangratonga Rose. Certainly had legitimate excuses, and I do believe that this one, round about 5 to 1, is great value. For second, guys, we've gone for the 2, Cherengoma. Cabela Mazziani for the Pedigree Yard. Third one after arrest. This one has promised so much, but has not delivered. But again, certainly good enough to fill in one of the swingers or exacta positions. For third, we've gone for 4, October Fair. Gavlarina for the Terry Yard. Little disappointing last time out, but I think is better than that and good enough back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, we've gone for 5, Go Flickety. Ray Danielson for the Van Zyl Yard. Did finish second last time out. And again, in my opinion, good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 5, 7, 2, 4, 5, and I do think 7 at 5 to 1 is a decent bet. Sixth race on the card, Joff at 15.20. This is a the non-black LA France stakes to be run over 2400 meters. Take note, guys, horse 7, Liverpool Legend, has been scratched again, leaving us with a field of 6 runners. My narrow first selection here is horse number 3 at Miami. Ray Danielson for the Gavin Van Zyl Yard. I see they've pulled the pacifiers off this one. If we go through, this one has been running over slightly shorter, but the way it runs, always running on, certainly would indicate to us that this one will cherish the 2400 meters and certainly could be there when the whips are cracking. For second, we've gone, I think, for the obvious choice. This is the ultra consistent horse number 5, Flying First Class. Calvin Nabib gets back aboard this one for David Niverhazen and must be included in all exotics. For third, we've gone for 4, Opera Glass. Gavlarina for the Moffat yard. This one did win over 2,400 last time out at long odds. And again, maybe good enough to fill in back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, we've gone for the 1 Terra Time. This one, Mark van Rensburg for Lucky Odolarkis, carrying a big weight, and others are preferred. So race 6, 3, 5, 4, and 1. The seventh race in the card, due off at 1550. This is a listed event over 1,600 meters. Please take note, guys. Horse number 1, second base has been scratched. I think this is a very, very difficult event. Load up here. I'm going to run through quickly. Our first selection is a 2 Out of the Darkness, Gavlarina for Johan Janssen van Vuren. Won a decent race last time out, running on strongly, and I certainly think that, again, this will be there when the whips are cracking. For second, we've gone for the 4 Pyromaniac, Ray Danielson for the Terry Yard. Let the side down a little last time out in Durban, but again, maybe better than that. For third, we've gone for the 10 Van der Belt, Dennis Swars for the Tony Peter Yard. Again, this is, I think, is a decent sort, and in this field must be respected. For fourth, we've gone for the 11 Paisley Park, Calvin Abib for the Terry Yard. Won a decent race last time out, is drawn 1, carries a light or a handy galloping mass of 53.5, must be included in all exotics. Guys, load up here, very difficult race. And we have gone 2, 4, 10, 11. We'll move on to the lucky last, race 8, due off at 1620. May rate at 74 handicap over 1,160 meters. Please take note, guys, 2 scratchings, 9 Ashanti Sword is out, as well as number 17, Second Breath. So please, importantly, take note, Whirly Whirly is a runner. And going through this race, my first selection here is horse number 3, South Boy, Gavin Arena for the Johan Janssen van Vuren Yard. Ran second to Arbitrator last time out. For me, is drawn on the right side of the track, and certainly must be considered in all exotics. For second, I'm throwing in the reserve runner. This is the 18 Whirly Whirly. I think that this one could surprise everybody, and for me, must be included in all exotics. For third, we've gone for the 4 Ramachanda Road. I liked it last time out, did let me down. Is drawn on the inside of the track, but maybe good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, we've gone for the 10 Cool Winter. Cabela Matsiani gets you right here for the De Kock Yard, drawn on the right side of the track. I think with Cabela aboard, we can look for some improvement from this one. And as I said, can certainly fill in one of the minor spots. For larger perms, if you're taking pick sixes, guys, maybe consider throwing in the 12 Mescal. This has run to some decent sorts. The last 2 runs have been below par. Is drawn on the right side of the track, and again, quite a tough race. So the lucky last, guys, we've gone 3, 18, 4, 10 larger perms, throw in the 12. Guys, as I said, please just check for jockey changes, check for scratchings. Not a bad card. I do like the best and the value bets. Take it easy, look after yourself, and Stevie, back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that input, the postman. We really appreciate the time and effort that you put in. I know you love your racing, and I know you like to steer the guys in the right direction, and that's why you call the postman, because you always deliver. So guys, enjoy your racing, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.